All right, back again for another deep dive with us. This time we are diving into the UEFA Nations League.
Oh,
The
yeah.
league phase wrapped up, and
Yeah,
I gotta say, some of these results really had us scratching our heads here at Tips Moto.
totally. Matchday 6?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was a roller coaster. Promotions, relegations, you name it.
all the good stuff.
Exactly. All the drama we love, and of course, we'll be breaking it all down for you today.
Absolutely. And don't forget, folks, our Tips Moto supercomputer has been working overtime, crunching all the data
Yeah, tons of data.
from these matches,
Yeah.
player stats, historical trends, the whole 9 yards.
And you know what? I think our algorithms really showed their muscles this time around. I mean, did anyone predict Wales jumping up to League A? I don't think so. But we did.
Uh-huh. That's right. But let's back up a bit for anyone who might not be totally familiar with the Nations League. What's the big deal with these matches?
Well, it all comes down to the European national team rankings. Basically, if you win your group, you get promoted to a higher league, tougher competition, and a chance to really prove your team's the best. But if you don't do well, you risk getting relegated to a lower league.
And then there are those coveted quarterfinal spots. That's the golden ticket to the knockout stage and a chance to win it all, right?
Exactly. High stakes for sure. And this year, the teams battling it out in the quarterfinals are Croatia, Denmark, France, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. Some heavy hitters in there.
Oh, yeah. Big names. But first, let's talk about those shockers from Matchday 6.
Yeah.
The ones even we didn't see coming, or at least some of them.
Okay, first up, Turkey. Started the day at the top of their group, right? Totally in control. And then, bam, unexpected loss to Montenegro.
Oh, yeah.
And not just a loss. Nikola Chistovic
Wow.
gets a hat trick.
I mean, what a turn of events. Our models flagged Montenegro as a potential upset, but even we were surprised by that.
Right. And because of that, Turkey's out. They're headed to the playoffs.
It just goes to show you never know what's going to happen in this tournament.
Nope.
That's why we love it. Right. But Turkey wasn't the only team with a tough day. Poland also had a rough one and ended up dropping down to League B.
Yeah, their loss to Scotland was a heartbreaker. You could feel the tension, especially when Scotland managed that last-minute escape with Andy Robertson's header in stoppage time.
Oh, man. Those relegation battles were intense. But let's shift gears to some good news for a change. Wales has jumped to League A. That was amazing. Absolutely dominated Iceland 4-1,
Amazing.
even after falling behind early on.
Yeah, it was a stunning comeback. Liam Cullen was the man of the match for sure. 2 goals. We predicted Wales would do well, but I think even we were impressed.
Definitely. Okay, so we've covered the upsets and relegations. Now let's talk about the teams that earned their spots in the quarterfinals.
Heh.
Some of those final matches were pretty interesting, even for the teams that had already qualified.
Absolutely. Like Germany, for example. They already had their spot, but their match against Hungary was still a blast to watch. Dominik Szoboszlai pulled off this ridiculously cheeky Panenka penalty
Good way.
in stoppage time.
The audacity.
Yeah.
It just shows you how unpredictable this tournament can be.
Mm.
And that's why we put so much work into those predictive models at Tips Moto. We want to capture those little things that can make all the difference.
Yeah, it's not just about the final score. It's about understanding the whole game. Individual player performances, tactical decisions, everything that shapes the outcome.
Speaking of which, the Netherlands also had an interesting match, even though they were already in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Their draw against Bosnia and Herzegovina had some great goals from both
Oh,
sides.
yeah. Brian Brobby and Ermedin Demirovic both found the back of the net. A solid finish for both teams, showing off their attacking skills, which will be crucial going into the knockout stage.
Absolutely. So we've talked about promotions, relegations, and gotten a glimpse of what we might see from the quarterfinalists. But before we jump into those predictions, let's unpack what happened in the other matches.
Sounds good. I think our listeners will want to hear about them, especially if they're looking for an edge with their own predictions.
That's right. We've got all the insights here, folks. So stick with us.
All right, so we've covered some of those big surprises from the UEFA Nations League.
Yeah.
And now it's time to look ahead to those quarterfinal matches.
Yeah, the excitement is definitely building. I'm
Yeah.
sure our listeners are ready to hear those Tips Moto predictions.
Absolutely. Well, based on all our analysis, France is looking really strong right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that win over Italy was a statement.
Oh, yeah.
Their attack is just relentless. Our models are showing their midfield is really controlling the game, creating a ton of chances.
Yeah, Rabiot was impressive, wasn't he? It was all over the pitch.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
Dictating the pace, setting up his teammates. And we can't forget that Digny free kick. Talk about precision. Just
Yeah.
curved right in.
Right.
No chance for the keeper.
But we got to be careful, right? France might look strong, but
Yeah,
you can never count out teams like Croatia and Portugal.
right.
They've got the experience.
Yeah, tons of
And
experience.
they've proven themselves time and time again.
I mean, Croatia's draw against Portugal really showed their resilience.
For sure.
I mean, they were down, but they fought back. Showed their discipline, their never-give-up attitude. That Gvardiol equalizer was huge.
Oh, yeah, it was. And Portugal. Well, they always seem to find a way to go deep in these tournaments.
Yeah.
Even when they're not playing their best, they just grind out those results. They're a team that thrives under pressure.
You know, I'm curious to see what Denmark does.
Yeah.
Kind of flew under the radar in the group stage, but
Mm.
their defense is solid. Holding Serbia to a goalless draw, that's impressive.
I agree. They've got a really strong foundation.
Yeah.
And that discipline could be a problem for some of the bigger teams.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, our models are showing some interesting trends with Denmark. They might be a bit underestimated right now.
Speaking of underestimated, I think we got to talk about Germany and the Netherlands.
Yeah.
Germany might have drawn their last match, but we all know they can turn it on when it matters most.
Right. They always seem to find another gear when it counts. And then there's the Netherlands with that young, dynamic squad.
Yes, so much firepower.
Tons of attacking talent. Brobby's leading the charge, and if he keeps finding the back of the net, watch out.
You know, as we look at these potential matchups, it's clear that the knockout stage is going to be full of surprises.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we at Tipsmodo put so much work into our data analysis. We want to help you understand those game-changing moments.
Exactly. We're not just guessing here. We're digging deep into the data, finding those patterns that most people miss. We want to give our users a real edge.
Right, those algorithms are running 24/7 considering everything. Player form, injuries, head-to-head records. It's about seeing the bigger picture, not just the basic stats.
And that's what sets us apart. We're always refining our models, adding new data, challenging ourselves. We want to be the best in the business, giving our users the most accurate analysis possible.
Okay, so we've talked about the favorites and some potential surprises. But there were some other interesting stories from the league phase, moments of brilliance that deserve a shout-out.
Oh, yeah. We saw teams fighting to avoid relegation with so much heart. Players pushing their limits, and some incredible moments of individual skill.
Those are the stories that make this tournament so great.
Absolutely.
I mean, Wales's comeback against Iceland was inspiring.
Yeah.
They were down early,
Yeah.
and then they just came roaring back.
Yeah.
It says a lot about their character and their determination.
That's football for you. And speaking of dramatic turnarounds, how about Scotland's last-minute escape from relegation?
Oh, yeah.
Robertson's header in those dying seconds. Pure joy for Scottish fans.
These moments, the drama, the emotion, that's what makes the Nations League so special. It's not just about tactics, it's about the passion.
It really is.
The heartbreak, the belief that keeps us all glued to our screens.
And at Tipsmodo, we want to bring you closer to those moments.
Yeah.
Give you the tools and insights you need to really appreciate all of the brilliance and all the unexpected twists and turns.
It's been an amazing ride through the Nations League so far, right?
Oh,
So many surprises, those edge-of-your-seat moments that we all love.
definitely.
And now, as we look ahead to the quarterfinals, well, you can feel the excitement building.
Yeah, for sure.
But before we wrap up, we want to make sure you've got all the best insights to really enjoy this tournament.
Absolutely. We here at Tipsmodo are all about giving you the knowledge you need
Yeah.
to make those smart decisions.
Exactly. We go beyond the basic stats. We
Okay.
give you that in-depth analysis.
Oh, yeah.
Key matchups, player form, tactical trends, the whole shebang. We don't want to leave any stone unturned,
Oh,
so you can feel good about your predictions.
and you know what? The best part is you can find all this amazing content on our social media. We're always sharing insights, betting tips, breaking news, everything you need to stay ahead of the game.
That's right. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're active on all platforms.
Oh, yeah.
We love talking with our followers, so hit us up with your questions, comments, even your own predictions.
We want to hear it all.
We're all in this together, right?
Yeah.
Building that community of football fans who just love the beautiful game.
Exactly.
So whether you're seasoned better or just starting out, Tipsmodo is your one-stop shop for everything Nations League.
We've got you covered.
We're here to make your experience more fun,
Yeah.
more informed, and hopefully more profitable.
Those quarterfinals are going to be epic.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll be here breaking down every move, every tactic.
Giving you the edge you need.
Absolutely.
Make sure you're following along. Join us on social media. Visit our website. Let Tipsmodo be your guide through the Nations League and beyond.
Until next time, folks.